great to have you back on the show as always.
Well, and it's always refreshing for me to be with you.
President Obama is standing behind his man, giving AG Eric Holder a complete vote of confidence.
Well, let me comment this way. One of two things. Either Eric Holder is misleading, or else he doesn't know what he's going on in his own department, or he's got people that don't serve him well, because with 5 memos going across his desk almost a year before he was asked by a congressional committee what he knew about Fast and Furious, and they talked about Fast and Furious,
yep.
Then how does he miss the point that he just learned about it a few weeks ago as he announced before the House committee on May the 3rd? So the president might have confidence in his legal ability, but he surely can't have much confidence in his administrative ability.
And I think you hit it right there. But, you know, he also talked about how he has complete confidence in the process to get to the bottom of this. So it doesn't sound like he has any plans to appoint a special prosecutor. Your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts are on it. I don't know what a special prosecutor can do. It might eventually prove that the Attorney General was lying to Congress, and I'm not saying he lied to Congress because I'm investigating all those points. He surely is misleading Congress. But there's a lot of things much bigger in this whole operation than exactly whether or not the Attorney General is being candid with the Congress, and we probably need to be investigating this ourselves to a greater extent than we already are, because this is a Congress problem as much as it is it's a Congress problem to investigate as much as it is a special prosecutor. And quite frankly, this whole thing is coming up because of Congress, not because somebody in the executive branch of government thought that something ought to be investigated. In fact, if we hadn't been investigating it, who would be concerned about this at all? It'd all be shoveled under the rug. So I think that what we need to do is see the big picture. A Border Patrol agent was killed. Guns were found at the scene. There's a whole mess up here that we need to be on top of, and whether or not Holder misled Congress is pretty narrow compared to the whole major issue that we got to get to the bottom to. And getting to the bottom to it would be to hold the person that made this decision accountable and hopefully get them fired, and secondly, to make sure that a program like this, as stupid as it is not repeated.
Let me ask you, though, because the new acting director of ATF, Todd Jones, has made some staff changes, but at the same time, he has said this, he's urging Washington insiders to calm down about all these latest revelations concerning Operation Fast and Furious. Calm down. As you said, we've got a Border Patrol agent who was killed. We've got other people who have been killed.
It's ridiculous to talk about calming down. What he's asking us to do is not do our constitutional responsibility of oversight. And I'm not going, if that's calming down, then I'm going to be screaming all the more.
And then he goes on to say that he thinks these staff changes, quote, also reflect a certain level of accountability.
Or it could be that they're redecorating the deck of the Titanic, too.
But, I mean, is shuffling the deck signs of accountability?
No. If it is accountability, it'll take a while to prove that to me. You know, it kind of looks suspicious whether or not it is window dressing as opposed to real change.
Yep, and the more Holder's staff says, the more they try to explain what he did or didn't know or say, the worse it gets, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could be as simple as moving heat away from Holder.
Congressman Libredo now is calling for AG Holder to resign, saying that Holder has lost all credibility. Exactly what you're saying. you think that he needs to resign?
Well, if he resigns, that's surely not the end of my investigation. And I'm more interested in getting to the bottom of my investigation. But if Holder is responsible for this decision in the first place, I would ask for his resignation. But I can't do that now.
But, you know, when I was talking about the more they say, the worse it gets, I remember early on when you're saying they are going to have egg on their face.
Well, isn't that true?
Yep.
Every day something new's coming out, and every day more egg ends up on their face.
Yep. All righty, Senator, thanks for taking the time. I know you said you got a long night ahead of you.
Good night.